Hey Chrissy fans, I'm here today to tell you about how to buy a curling iron. Now I know this might sound kind of funny, but I've had a lot of questions like this about where should I buy my curling iron? What kind should I buy? What size? Now these are all very good questions, and it really just depends on what kind of curls you want. Now if you want curls that are kind of like mine, you're going to want maybe either an inch curling iron. It's just like the size. You have to look on the box. But you can find them usually any kind of hair care product store, salon, pharmacies sometimes sell them, anywhere, especially in your price range. Like, if you can't afford it, don't go to a salon and buy the $50 or whatever price curling irons, because you can get just as good of a curling iron at a Walgreens. So, the first curling iron I'm going to talk about is a metal curling iron. Now, these are the ones that are said to damage your hair, and I learned that in modeling school because I guess this tends to be kind of sharp and there's a lot of pulling and tugging. It can get kind of hot, too hot, but hey, I've had cases when I was at photo shoots and they were curling my hair and the thing wasn't hot enough. So it really all depends. It really does all depend on the curling iron. Now, these are said to give you split ends, so I guess buy at your own risk, but this one is fine. It's by Revlon, which is a really good company. It's actually pretty cheap, and sometimes you can buy them in bulk. Like this one, I think I got with a set of 2 or 3 other curling irons, and I've had this since I was 12, and it's still going strong. Now, it's a really good one. The only thing I'm going to say is if you do use a metal curling iron, you might want to use extra hair product that is, heat resistant, so that it takes the heat instead of your hair, and it leaves you with ends that aren't split. It'll keep your hair healthier. It actually also makes it really soft and really shiny. So this is a metal curling iron. Also, the size of it, this is for if you want to slightly frame your hair or sometimes curl your bangs, or if you want the big spiral curls. So that's what this one's good for, and absolutely love it. It comes with 2 speeds, low and high. Now, if you're like me and you have really thick hair, you're going to want to set it on the high. But, yeah, I love this curling iron. So, next one. This is a ceramic curling iron. Sorry for the tape on it. It's just one of the screws came loose. It's really old. It's been through so many photo shoots with me. And what I like about this one is kind of the bottom is very easy to rotate, so you're not struggling with the wire. But these are the ones that are said to be better for your hair because it kind of makes them shiny, and I don't know, I just really like them. And it's a little bit less sharp right here. It's kind of slippery material, and it's really nice. And the only thing is, when these first heat up, they kind of smell kind of if you're in an art class and you have a kiln and you're making pottery, and that kind of the ceramic-y kind of smell. But other than that, they are very good and they don't make your hair smell funny. And these are actually less likely to burn your hair. And they retain heat really well, which is really good for girls like me who have thick hair. And what I really like is it has a multiple setting for different temperatures, and I really like this because if you have really thick hair like I do and you need a lot of heat because your hair like mine is just either just stick straight like I have, very hard to handle, or if you have really curly hair, they're really good if you set around between 20 and 30. It also goes down to as low as 1 for those of you with thinner hair that's straight, and it doesn't take a lot of heat to curl it. But that's what I really like about this one. And this is also a bigger one for your hair if you want the looser curls. And this next one is also a Revlon metal one. And it only comes with 2 heats, low and high. But what I really like about this one is the stand. So if you're waiting for it to heat up, you can kind of just place it down and it won't like kill your like floor if you have linoleum in your bathroom, or it won't like burn your sink. But you still have to be careful though. And also when you curl it, you can lift it, curl it, and then when you place it down again to spray some stuff in your hair, just place it down. But the one thing you really do have to be careful for is this is metal and this is metal, so when they touch, this can really heat up and burn your hand. So be sure to handle it far away. You don't want to touch it right here because you can really burn yourself. I have done this so many times. So yeah, just do that and you're good to go. And this one I've also had since I was 12, and this is good for, like I said, the medium curls. And the one I use for my hair is a little bit smaller. It's probably an inch or a half inch. I think this one's an inch, maybe an inch and a half. And it'll say on the box once again. And so, also by Revlon, really good company. And finally, now, if you want Shirley Temple curls, I highly recommend this kind of curling iron. This one is extremely old. I've had it since my first communion, and I was 6 and a half, 7, so it's 10, 12 years old. It's really old. So this one only has 2 settings, low and high, and the company name is Andis Gold Metal. I don't know if they're still in business because like I said, this is a very old curling iron. But these are really very hard to, because it's really tight, when it closes. But it's very good for if you want the really tiny little curls. As you can see, it's really, really tiny. And I'm not sure what measurement this is. It might even be as small as 1/2 to 1/4 of an inch. It is tiny. But the smaller your curling iron is, the longer it's going to take to curl your hair. So if you're using this one, and if you're going to a prom and that's the kind of curls you want, do this hours before you go. If you're not going to a salon, if you're doing your own hair, do this a few hours before you go because it's going to take forever, especially if you have thick hair like me. And it's just because of how tiny it is. And also, when you first curl them with this, they are really, really tight. Make your hair really, really short. So, if you spray them with some water or something, or just let them, don't use hairspray at first and just let them fall gradually over a few hours, they won't be as, tight all around your head. So, yeah. But I don't know where this came from. Like I said, I got this one because I'm from New Jersey, and that's where I got it. And it's called Andis Gold Metal. So I guess something about the metal being gold. I don't know if that's better for your hair than a silver one, but you can always look into it. But so far what I've heard is ceramic is the best way to go for flat irons, crimping irons, curling irons, and I personally really like the ceramic. But I also love the metal ones too. But ceramic just it kind of adds extra shine to my hair. Right now it's kind of shiny. So, but other than that, use plenty of product in your hair, but not so much that it makes it greasy. Just enough focus it at the ends, with the the Thermacare stuff, which you can get at a salon, even probably Walgreens has them. So, hi, thanks for watching my show. I'm Chrissy. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment or subscribe. Thank you and have a lovely day.